Okay, Jen, as promised, I am going to carve a turkey in your honor. Um, it's really pretty simple, and like I said, I would not do this at the table. If you want your Rockwell moment with all the food on the table and everybody say grace and kumbaya, that's cool. But then take the turkey back into the kitchen and carve it. Um, Another tip for you is in your rush and hurry to get everything out on the table, there's going to be pots and pans and plates everywhere in your kitchen. Take a minute or two to clear an area for yourself. If you want to just show down here, I have a tiny little kitchen and there's only this much counter space. I'm not talking about cleaning up your kitchen completely, but you want to have an area clear so that you can put your cutting board down. Now this is only a 10 or 12 pound turkey. Yours for 16 people is going to be 18 to 20 pounds. It's going to be ginormous. It's going to be almost twice this size. Okay, but still you don't need much more room than that. Now I have two platters here. You can do one of two things. You can put the white meat on one platter and the dark meat on a different platter. What I'm going to do is take all the parts off and put it on this platter, and then after I've taken all the meat off the carcass, I'm going to put the carcass aside, and then I'm going to take the dark meat off and slice the breast meat and put it all on this platter, or maybe only half will fit on this platter, probably. With this size turkey, you may not have one of these. This kind of keeps the legs in and keeps the shape of the turkey. It is plastic, so I'm not sure. You might be for or against that. Obviously, if they put it in there, it should be safe enough to eat. You don't eat this part of the leg anyway. So I'm going to tell you pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the legs first, and then I'm going to take off the breast meat. And so like I said, it's easier to do it in the kitchen rather than trying to do this in front of everybody, and there's not going to even be near this amount of room on your table to do this. So that's why I suggest you bring it into your own kitchen. So we're just gonna take this out, and then this just bends up and out. Don't need that anymore. Okay, I'm going to do this facing the camera so it'll be easier for you to see. I would probably start on this side so I can see it easier, but I'm doing this for you, so I'm going to start on this side. So we're just going to cut through here. Now again, as I told you in the first video, after I take the turkey out and it is reached your 165 or even 185 in the dark meat, I let it rest. This has been resting for almost an hour, and like I said, this is don't be afraid of it sitting out. This is still going to be plenty hot. Now if you take it out fast and carve it in less than a half an hour, you're going to see why there's this trough in the cutting board, because all the juices are going to pour out of this turkey and into this trough. That's why this trough is here. So you can see how juicy it is right there. Okay, so what you want to do is follow the bone here a little bit. Okay, right there is the joint for the thigh. You see how easy it came out? So then you want to just cut underneath the rib cage, and the thigh should come right out. See how easy that was? Now we're going to do the other side. I said same thing. Loosen it up here a little bit. There's the joint right there. Obviously, make sure you have a sharp knife. It'll help a lot. But that's it. And the legs are off. So you're halfway home. Okay, I'm going to turn this around. You see here where all the juices are? And this is after an hour. So you can imagine how much juice is going to come out of it if you cut it too soon. Now the breastbone is right here. You see this right here? This is bone. Okay, so the breasts are on either side of that, and they form around the rib cage of the turkey. So we're going to cut straight up just to the one side of the bone, and once you get through the meat, you'll realize you'll be hitting bone. Okay, so there it is. So you just want to, let me turn this around towards you. This right here is the wishbone. Okay, that's where your wishbone is. So I'm going to cut down, and I'm going to cut right along the wishbone and take the breast right off the carcass. Okay, and then like that. Like I said, I'm cheating a little bit because my turkey's much smaller than your turkey's going to be, but the anatomy is still the same. You see how easy that came off? Okay, so this is the other, where the wing meets the carcass. So you just keep following that along. Boom, right through there, done. Okay, so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to take the wing off. Cut right down through there. Done. Okay, breast. Okay, I'll show you something here while I have the breast here. Okay, it's really hard to see. This, you can see the grain runs this way on the breast. You see how that is right there? All the lines going this way. Okay, so when it's on the turkey and you're cutting at the table, you're cutting like this. Okay, so it's just a little piece. The problem is you cut it with the grain. See, the grain goes the long way. So when you cut slices at the table of the breast, you're cutting with the grain. And when you cut with the grain, this becomes very chewy. So even if you cook it properly and you don't cut it right, you got a problem. So we're going to take care of that right now. And that's why we take the breast off that way and then slice it. So we come down the other side. Same thing. Turn it around this way. We're following the rib cage right down. There's the joint right there. You want to cut right behind that. There's your other breast off, and we'll do the same with the wing. See, very simple. Okay, so we're going to move this over. Now, of course, with the with your carcass, now you can pick it clean, you can make soup with it. It's up to you what you're going to do with the carcass. Now you see we have all this juice already spilled over, and this is good stuff for gravy. You don't really want to waste that. And guess what? My gravy pot is right here. So that's flavor. That's the good stuff. That's gonna make your gravy and your stuffing and everything else taste really, really good. More like turkey. Especially if you can't find turkey stock at your store and you're using chicken stock. that will definitely flavor the turkey, give it more turkey flavor. Okay. Clean up a little bit here. Okay, so okay, like I said, there's the grain, runs this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut thin slices across the grain. It's very easy. Now, what I was saying earlier about the grain is if the grain is running this way and you cut it across the grain, then the grain is only this long. And so that means each one of these pieces is going to be much more tender than if you cut it that way at the table. And that's the primary reason, beyond you not wanting to do it in front of everybody. There's actually a very good reason why you shouldn't carve at the table. See that? See how easy that was? Very, very simple. Okay. Now, again, you see that? Okay. So that tells you this is the thigh, this is the leg. That's where the next joint is. So we're going to cut straight down, find the joint, cut through the joint. Okay, very simple. I'm going to do it again. We're going to take this this bone off. Okay. Okay, very simple. Okay. And again, let's just take this off. I'm just going to cut straight across. And you have your dark meat. Okay. You see how easy this is? And you couldn't do this at the table. Trust me. Been there, done that, got a t-shirt. You know, you just, it's not possible. So, that's some gristle. You don't want that. Okay. Now, the leg. Just cut straight down. All the way around. And there you have it. That's how you carve a turkey. And your turkey, like I said, even if it's, let me get the wing. You don't really have to do too much to the wing. Honestly, I would say, you know, some people like the meat on the bone, or you can do the same as the leg and just cut straight down, and the meat will come right off for you. So that's it. I'm gonna cut the other leg into joints, just so that I can show you again how it splits in two. But that's it. It's pretty simple. Like I said, you wiggle it somewhere in there. There it is. You find the joint, and you cut right through the joint. It's easy to cut through. You saw how easy that came apart. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to save this for later because we're only serving 4 people today, so we don't need to cut it all. But that's how simple it is to carve your turkey. And how long did that take? 10 minutes, maybe? But like I said, make sure you have an area in your kitchen that you can bring the turkey in and carve it in the kitchen. And then when you just come out with the platter, everybody be very happy and pleased that the turkey is portioned, and probably nobody else does that. So you're going to have this will be another special thing, little trick up your sleeve for everybody else for Thanksgiving. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'm going to shoot a couple more of these cooking videos for you, probably about gravy and a couple other things, maybe pie dough or rolls or something, and to show you just how simple cooking this stuff can be. So thanks very much, and I will talk to you later.